going on, Demon Team? I know you didn't expect to see me. I'm guessing using the title of the video is a spare in the moment thing, hence the name, last minute prediction. But I was sitting here and thought it's currently, there's about an hour and 7 minutes before SummerSlam goes live, and about 45 minutes before I go live for our watch along. And I was just thinking here, and I was going over some old videos and watching some old WWE clips of the Bloodline, and reminiscing, because it feels like it's getting closer and closer to the end, and it's been great. It's been really good. But I have some last minute preservations and predictions based upon the storytelling of WWE and a little bit of the business, which I try and stay away from, but it's hard for it to creep in, for it not to creep in. And you got Seth Rollins defending his title against Finn Balor, and I think that story's set in a certain way that for the business going forward, which sounds crazy because obviously I'm sitting here with a Roman Reigns top on, it makes more sense for that title to change hand. And I can't see WWE changing both main titles on one night. Not to mention that I think that Bianca Belair is going to win the title. I gave my reasons of how I think she should win the title. I think it would be incredible for storytelling. Obviously, I'm not a spoiled brat. This is just my idea. But I would love to see a bit more edginess to her. Not so much a full heel turn, but a bit more attitude. I would love if, Asuka tries to go for the mist and Bianca moves out the way, gets Charlotte, takes out the ref, and just turns around and Bianca's got mist in her mouth, hits her with a KOD. Bianca wins, joins the heel profits and Bobby Lashley. I think it'll be a great thing there. So that's one title change in hand in my mind. The Finn Balor and Seth one, I think we all know the story would pan out beautifully if Finn Balor wins and Damien Priest either attempts to cash in, or we get that visual of everybody in the Judgment Day after such a rocky start in terms of a faction, that all of them have a title or some kind of accolade. You have Finn Balor with the championship, you have Rhea Ripley with the championship, you have Dom with the North American, you have Damien Priest with the briefcase, and then Damien Priest all has to say to Finn, tease the fact that he's going to cash in on Roman. Meanwhile, Finn's going to have to watch his back the whole time. I don't think it needs rushing, because I feel like Damien Priest as champion isn't ready yet. And I think giving him some time to build up his character and people behind him, I don't think people want him to be champion yet. And then you're putting Finn through what he had before, where when he won the title last time, he didn't have it for very long before he had to give it up. That's not the best full circle, because it doesn't do anything for Finn's career. So that's on that. And then with the Tribal Chief, the reason why I put this particular t-shirt on is because this is the t-shirt, Wreck Everyone and Leave. This is the t-shirt when Roman Reigns returned from his hiatus in COVID, in lockdown. Remember, Roman decided he wasn't going to come into work anymore. Obviously, he'd come off his leukemia treatment and he was in remission. And then COVID struck and he was having twins, and it made sense that he didn't want to be there at the time. And then we didn't get Roman Reigns versus Goldberg. We ended up getting Braun Strowman versus Goldberg. Braun beat Goldberg and then went on to a feud with none other than the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. And obviously they had their match at SummerSlam. Bray wins the match, wins the title. Roman Reigns comes out at the end of that match and wrecks everyone and leaves at SummerSlam with this t-shirt on. Where is Bray Wyatt? We don't know. What's Bray Wyatt's reason for not being here? We don't know. Is it because of Roman for this moment? I could almost guarantee it's not. But could they make it because of that? They 100% could. That is what you call full circle. 3 years later, we've already got Jimmy being injured, which he was injured 3 years ago in this particular storyline. Jay, Roman, one-on-one match. Last time they were talking about the families when he became the proper Tribal Chief. So, we see what's going on there. Solo got taken out on SmackDown. Probably should have got taken out a little bit more, just to give the factor that he can't turn up tonight. But now, there was no stretcher, there's no paramedic, so you're probably going to see Solo still. Might still see Jimmy. Can Jay win? Can main event Jay go on to be the champion and carry that title? In my opinion, You know how I feel about the Usos, greatest tag team in the world, and I think Jay can do it. Do I think this is the moment? For some reason I don't, and I don't know why. It's nothing to do with Jay, and it's nothing to do with Roman, but it is to do with timing, and it feels a bit rushed after him getting the pin on Roman, another full circle moment. He was the first person to pin Roman anyway. It feels a bit rushed since then, that if Jay just goes and takes this title. So what happens to the title then? What happens to Roman? Does Roman just win this match and carry on his run? And if he does, who's next? He's taking out everyone. Well, you heard me say the Fiend. If it's not going to be him, if Roman doesn't win this match when he's celebrating, maybe his family out there. Do we see Jacob Fatu? Do we see Rikishi? Does the lights go off? Do we hear we're here? Or do we get a celebrating Roman Reigns and a Viper slide into the ring and an RKO out of nowhere hits the pose? Randy Orton's next in line. Why Randy Orton? There's only a few people it's believable that would beat Roman at this point. There's only a few people that we can trust as being a champion after Roman. I think main event Jay. Up in the air about the title, but I think he can do it. And we see he's been great. He's been as great as Roman in this whole thing. Brock Lesnar, we know, but we don't want to see that again. Edge, perfect, but the storyline isn't there at all. Maybe in the future, on Edge's final run, he can be champion. Probably not going to take it off Roman though. Randy Orton, we know, can be a great champion. And a great way would be RKO and Roman build up a match, and in that match, Randy hits Roman with the punt, takes Roman out of action. Roman can go on his hiatus, stay away from the title for a little bit. Randy's back in the title picture. I think he's got a final run left in him. He's getting injuries at the moment. We could run back Randy and Edge in the future for the final. We don't know. But all I'm saying is, I'm going for Roman Reigns for the win tonight, and I'm going to be on edge when he's celebrating with that title, because I'm feeling like a light's going to go off or an RKO is going to get hit. I've been your boy Good Savage. Comment, like, subscribe and share. We're going live in a bit, baby. By the time you see this and watch this, you probably got about 20 more minutes before we go live. Chop it up.